Greetings and welcome to the energy of Sagittarius. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. This is a prognosis for the month of March 2024. We are already approaching a quarter of the way throughout the year. I do thank you for your continued support of the channel. Please take any advice or what you will from this reading. And apply it according to any placements that you may have in Sagittarius. The ninth house is open. So, for example, if you had a planet Venus in Sagittarius and it was in the 10th house, then you would take that energy, basically Venus, as a centripetal force for your creative side. Venus rules also the 2nd and the 7th houses. It has to do with finances, family, and relationships with the other, service to the other. All these themes can be used in order to produce some sort of effect. We're not doing the Great Mirror today. We're going to be looking at the quantum triangle. The quantum triangle is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun to see particular energies of karmic resonance when it comes to Sagittarius and Sagittarius's mode of ascension. Okay, so we look at two different realities, two different planes through the triangles. That's 6 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards in a triangle formation, and we'll see a mode of karmic ascension hopefully through the reading. This is a spiritual reading. It's for guidance on the spiritual level. It could have to do with blocks when it comes to karma actions that need to occur in order for flow to occur for Sagittarius. Okay, most people here are going to be watching for their solar placement in Sagittarius or perhaps the ascendant, but the zodiac can be spun accordingly from the house placements as well as from planetary placements in order to divine something. So firstly, for this month, I'm going to look at karma. I'll begin with the bicycle deck, and we'll be looking into karma for the energy of Sagittarius in the month of March 2024. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so when it comes to karma for this month, there is a return to the very source energy. This has to do with letting the mind go and do its thing and returning back to the source of inspiration, the source of love, the source of creativity. This is a return. There's a reality check here, and it has to do with surrendering the mind, not letting the mind wander off, returning back to the source. There's a lot of mind that's going on, surrendering that mind in some sort of way. Pay attention to lunar cycles. This is going to be a very important time for you to decide and to see two sides of the same coin. Now, when I use that cliche, two sides of the same coin, we are basically generating the thought that any choice that you make when it comes to a frame of mind or a deliberation, when it comes to a thought becoming a reality, both of those thoughts, both of those polar opposites contribute to the same reality. And there's a reality check here. Two of Swords is very strong for you, Sagittarius, in this reading. Very strong. Let's see, 12, 14, 4 of Swords. Let's see, that's 8 in reverse, that's 6 in reverse, that's 14 in the reverse. 1, 4. So when it comes to this, there's a very neurotic element that is being set free here. There's a psychological block for this month that is being set free, and it's based on the energy of returning, not escaping, and then dealing with some form of transformation. The transformation is from air to fire. Now, when air transforms into fire, it activates the first, the fifth, and the ninth house. Okay. And this is the quest for dharmic resonance. There's a sense of empowerment in the near future karmically that has to do with great transformation about Sagittarius returning to essentially source, a type of energy that is very prevailing. Okay. And this is the undercurrent. This is like going with the flow, not letting the mind play tricks on you. This has to do with a peace of mind that comes at surrendering the mind. And perhaps there's been a lot of transformations or deep, intense experiences in the past and the future for Sagittarius. But right now you are called to come back into the energy of water. Okay, so emotions, emotional intelligence will supersede any form of intelligence that you think is intelligent, when in fact it's just an ego development. So this return is something of a reality check. It's a return from also foreign places, modes or bodies of knowledge, studies, and then coming back to that core holy grail energy. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here for now. Okay. So we are going now into the quantum triangle. The quantum triangle was once again a tool devised by the order of the twin sun to see essentially a mode of entanglement. Okay, this has to do with like two realities, two different versions of Sagittarius that is bringing forward and coalescing into one. But in this one, it displays, you know, the truth and the falsities of both realities. So we're going to be looking into that now. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, that's 6, and we need 2 cuts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Anything else? Okay. Okay. So we have 1 triangle, we have 2. So 1 triangle and 2 triangles here. Not the best of formation, but it'll have to do for now. Okay. There's a lot of major court cards in the future, for now and into the future. This has to do with balancing out accounts, being held respectable, dealing with social circumstances, dealing with your society, dealing with court. All of that is coming into the fore. The idea here is to release any nonsense, to stabilize oneself, and to come clear with the mind. We have the King and Queen of Swords in the future. When it comes to the triangle, there is a mode of ascension here that has to do with stabilizing in the element of earth, coming into Artha, coming into the idea of grounding and gravity. And this has to do also with purging, getting rid of excess emotional content, toxicity from your body, becoming very pure in terms of that. So you are called to come into your body and release water. This is catharsis. This is your mode of social ascension for this month. There also is a purity of mind that comes from this process of letting go of water in order to receive the grounding of earth. In the past, there's a major incident here. It approaches death and transformation. It also is the Hanged Man's energy, a lot of Aquarian energy, and the Star card here with La Prudence. That's the Hanged Man in this deck, as well as Dévoilement, which is the Two of Cups being poured out by the Star Virgin, okay, Virgo. What is activated here is the 4th and the 12th house. Okay, when those houses are activated, there is some sort of incident that liberates you. There's a major incident here in the past that caused you to be careful, to deal with mortal coil, to deal with sequences of death, and then to move over from the 4th to the 12th house. There also is, of course, the Aquarian energy that is very, very key signature here in the past. This could do with people's behaviors, their expectations, their drives, their motivations, what makes them inebriated, how they get drunk on life, how they get intoxicated in life. You've been able to sort of learn from someone else's behavior in an incident of some sort. And essentially it gives you a path to emancipation. It gave you something very much felt in terms of your resonance with this person, whether this person was good or bad. There's something about their behavior that you understand. At least you understand where they come from in terms of that type of behavior. And it allows you to essentially look back from the present moment in the mode of ascension, these two cards here, and essentially get rid of that. There's a lot here of just getting rid of really toxic stuff and coming into the body, coming into your success, your greatness when it comes to stabilization of the body. And they're both linked. Your sense of gravity, your sense of wholesomeness comes from this idea of letting go of emotional expectations, of addictions, all of these things that are tied to the element of water being contained in a vessel such as the human body. This is what I'm seeing for this month. You are advised to be very objective with this past situation. It's in the past. There's something very careful about the way you were able to not be touched back then, and you can still see the incident objectively from a detached almost modality of thought. And that's very important. Any advice for Sagittarius? Another court card, the King of Rods. What is the King of Rods looking at? Two of Cups in reverse. There's something about this incident that has to do with pure liberation, pure detoxification, pure letting go. And this thing that you dealt with was an act was an act of fate. It was fated. It was determined. And there is a sense that even the very person that you're dealing with, their motivations, was determined by something greater than all of what you have dealt with in terms of effects And I think you've become very much mature. There's a maturation process here of really embodying the clarity of the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords usually isn't a very clear card, but there is an indication of great clarity that comes through witnessing, through being a witness of what people do, or like how things turn out, or how things were supposed to turn out. All right, that's the very best I can do for you, my dear Sagittarius. I do wish you well. Thank you. Bye-bye.